Each week we take time in our service to talk about generosity, the tithes and the offerings that we give in obedience to Jesus, and how those are used to fund and fuel the mission that God has given us as a church, right? To be disciples that make disciples. And generosity is part of that. It's a big part of that. And 1 week out of the month, we started this last month, but I want to take time to share the financial reality of our church, because the truth is, Oasis isn't my church. It doesn't belong to the board of administration. Oasis Home Church is our church. It's your church. It's us together, right? And so I always want to make sure that we're being transparent about how we are doing financially as a church. And I have a screen I'm going to show you right now that has the financial realities for us as a church during the month of July. And as you can see, last month was a positive month. So let's just take a moment and celebrate that, right? That's awesome news. So last month we had about $9,500 come in between tithe and offering, and our expenses were just under $6,000, which gives us a net income. We are in the black this month. And so we just want to say thank you. Thank you for your continued faithfulness in giving towards what God is sending us to as a church. And my commitment to you and our commitment to you as the Board of Administration is we will always steward to the best of our ability. We want to operate as lean as we can when it comes to operations, so we can put the majority of what comes in towards ministry, towards making a difference, towards investing in the kingdom of God, because that's really what it comes down to for us. And so I just want to say thank you and celebrate, man. This last month, there'll be months where it's tough. There'll be months where it's great. And so we just want to celebrate that this month, God is faithful and He's continuing to provide for us as a church. And so I just want to remind you and encourage you, there are different ways that you can give here at Oasis. And if you've yet to take a step of faith in this way, if you would call Oasis your home church, would you take that next step, whether that's from giving nothing to giving something, or if you've been giving something to say, I'm going to take another step and give consistently a tithe, and which is 10% of your income. That's something, again, we give out of obedience to Jesus. And maybe you're giving that tithe, that consistent 10%, and maybe there are ways God is calling you to give above and beyond that towards offering to specific ministry or missions things. But there are different ways you can give here at Oasis. The first is through our website, www.oasishomechurch.com. Right there on the homepage, on the top right corner, you'll see a tab that says Giving. If you click on that tab, it'll load up a page where you can set up secure giving right there, whether that's a one-time gift or you want to do reoccurring gifts or tithe. You can set that up right there on that website. And that's just one way we want to offer a convenient way for you. And I know there are those of you that are taking advantage of that. But there are also other ways that you can give here at Oasis. Another is by mailing that in here to the church, 520 South 150th Street in Burien, 98148, just in case you need that. But we can receive that here if you want to mail that in. And lastly, you can give today right there in your home church. You can put that right there in the plate or however that's being received today in your home church. But again, I just want to celebrate. It's been a great month, and we're just so excited to see how God is continuing to be faithful to us as a church. And obviously, like I said, there's going to be months where that's going to look different, but this last month was a great month. So thank you. Thank you for your continued faithful giving as it helps us to move the mission forward.